A few weeks ago, I was working with a father of two who hurt his back years ago and hasn't had any sort of relief since the onset of pain. Long story short, this pain was stopping him from being the best father for his kids that he wanted to be. Now, what made things even harder was being told by the doctors that his MRIs have shown only slight arthritis, and arthritis is just a normal process of aging. I could tell that he was frustrated, depressed, and so sad that he couldn't play with his kids like other parents. He was also angry and confused at himself because the medical imaging didn't really show anything wrong, and he's been experiencing this pain for years. And he wanted relief, and he was searching high and low for it. He even purchased every cream, tool, exercise plan in the book, but really nothing helped. Now, this dad wasn't crazy, and he wasn't imagining things. In fact, the pain that he was experiencing was actually all in his head. But hear me out. The first mechanism of pain is called the nociceptive pain system. And that's when a chemical or mechanical irritant actually sends an electrical signal up through the nerve and into the brain where it gets processed as pain. This usually heals within 6 to 8 weeks. The next mechanism is called nerve irritation. And that irritation sends a signal up to the brain where it is actually processed as, in fact, pain. The last stop for any sort of electrical impulse from the body occurs in the brain. And you know what? The brain remembers. In your brain, right above your ears are what is called your somatosensory and motor cortexes. And they're responsible for generating movement and processing sensation. Each part of the brain is an actual image of a specific body part. When an impulse from that specific body part travels up to the nerves, it gets processed in this area based on body region. The picture beside me is a visual representation, which is also called the homunculus. Now, I wear glasses regularly because my vision is so bad. If I take them off, I literally cannot see. That means that anything coming my way is going to look like a crazy object moving quickly in my direction, and as a result, I get scared, anxious, and guarded. When you experience an injury, that specific area of the brain gets a signal, but it also gets a little distorted. We call this cortical smudging. And if that area of the brain or body part is in pain for a long period of time, that image in the brain continues to stay blurry and distorted, meaning that every electrical signal coming into that specific area can often be perceived as pain and something scary. This is often intensified with more stimuli and also fluctuates with your mood and emotions. So how can we address this? First, we need to make sure that we ruled out the first two pain mechanisms. Did we remove the irritating stimulus, reduce inflammation, and modulate the nerve pain? If not, you have to go back and focus on those two first. From there, it's time to start retraining the brain and teaching it not to be so guarded and afraid of the signals coming from that specific area. We can do this with breathing and mental imagery. My favorite breathing technique is called box breathing, where you focus on a 4-second period for each cycle of breathing. The inhale, the transition, the exhale, and the transition. Mental imagery and guided movement can be done on a daily basis. We'll often start with a small range of motion with short bouts of repetitions, slowly reintroducing activities into the daily routine, communicating back and forth between the mind and the body. This is going to be the most exhausting, mentally taxing, and the longest piece to the rehabilitation process. But expect small improvements every day with the occasional regression. You have to be patient and focused, and you can for sure get through this chronic pain cycle. There's one mechanism of pain left that won't be fixed by exercise, lifestyle modifications, stretching, pain medications, or mindset changes, and it requires true medical intervention. We're going to go over that at the next video.